Hey, what's good, everybody? Thank you so much for joining the Team Libra show. Go ahead and click the subscribe button and go ahead and click that notification bell so that you can see when I'm bringing my new content. Thank you so much for all of my past subscribers, my new subscribers, and just feeling really good about it. But let's get right into it. So, I wanted to talk a little bit about Monica and Monica's relationship to C Murder. And I guess they're saying that Monica has been exposed, but I don't know if she's been exposed before. I think she's been exposed because this whole video is going to be alleged. So everything in this video is alleged. I do not know Monica. I do not know any of the parties that I'm going to be speaking about. I'm just basically giving my opinion based on um, different information that's out about these celebrities. So, this is just all alleged and it's just all a matter of my opinion. And it's for pure entertainment purposes only. So, yeah, but anyhow, so Monica, who, according to what I've been researching, is just showing that she had dated, I guess, the rapper C Murder. She had dated the rapper C Murder, and she was like 15 or 16 years old. And there was a story about C Murder as well as, I think, Monica on the Tasha K show. I think it was yesterday. Tasha K had an interview with a lady who said, a young lady that said that she was one of the girlfriends or past girlfriends of C Murder and that she had inside scoop into the situation. And so she basically has said that on Tasha K's show, the girl who didn't want to be identified, but she basically said on Tasha K's show that Monica was dating C Murder with her family's consent. But I had also saw that they were saying at the time of his arrest or at the time that he went to jail that Monica here was dating him. But then I had saw where Monica said no, she was not dating him during the time that he was arrested or when he went to jail. She had been in a relationship with him prior, but not at that time. It was just a friendship. But she just believes in his innocence based off of evidence that's showing that he did not commit this crime. So when they're saying that Monica is exposed, I'm wondering, is Monica exposed because she was actually a minor having sex with an adult at the time, supposedly with her parents' consent? Or are they saying that she's exposed because she had basically been a mistress and she had was C Murder when he was married to his wife and she was having an affair with C Murder? And then so that's where comes into question there. So C Murder, who is Cory Miller, is showing that he is the brother of Silk the Shocker, or his family is Silk the Shocker and brothers to, I know, Master P. And so something happened in 2002 where he was at a Club Platinum, or can't think of the total name, but he was at a club in Louisiana. And there was a young boy who was only like 16, 15, 16 at the time. And his name was Steve Thomas. And he was in there, was in the club, and is saying that C Murder and his people had beat this boy down, and then they're saying that C Murder pulled the trigger to kill him. Now they're saying that C Murder do not know this young 15, 16-year-old kid. That C Murder did not know him, but apparently there was some sort of a rapping competition or something that was held at that bar, at the nightclub where they were at that night. I think it was in January 2000. I know it was 2002, but I'm thinking it was January. So C Murder was actually competing in the competition. And this is just based on my research and everything I read, all the research that's out there. But and the guy Steve Thomas, he was in the competition. Now, supposedly or allegedly, the young boy Steve Thomas was getting more clout than C Murder. He was getting more pub, or I don't know what was happening, but that's what I'm reading and researching. And so supposedly, I don't know what happened, if it was words. C Murder said he didn't know the kid. But here's the kid right here. Wait. This is him right here. So you could clearly see he looks young. You could tell that he's not a grown boy, but he says that this guy, Steve Thomas, allegedly took one of his friend's ID and used it to get into the club so that he can get in the competition. And supposedly he was like, he loved the Millers, like Master P, Silk the Shocker, and also C Murder. Like he loved them. This guy here, his parents, this is the guy that got shot supposedly by C Murder. But and then even the parents said he was just pretty obsessed with those, with those Miller rappers. Like he really wanted to be just like them, and he had posters of them all on his wall. So that was him. But this was a picture of him that they showed younger, and I was just surprised because the way that the picture looked, he had a ponytail. If you look at this, it's like he had long hair and a ponytail, and it was like a ponytail to the side. But it was just like he just looked. First I thought it was a little girl, then I was like, wait a minute. And then I'm looking, I was like, no, that's the Steve Thomas. And I went back, and I'm like, yeah, that's him. That's him. So I don't know, but anyway, so this was him when he was younger, and it shows that he died January 12th. So anyways, so C Murder, so supposedly once, I guess, the little boy got off the stage, the one that got killed, this guy here, they started, it said about 10 or 15, I don't know if there was words or whatever happened, but it was about 10 or 15 people, grown-ups, that had started pounding on this little 15, 16-year-old boy right here. And they started beating him, pounding him. Allegedly, C Murder came. He got a whole bunch of licks on him, punching him and all kinds of stuff. And the boy, they said that the witnesses that were there said the boy didn't even swing. I don't even think he even swung a lick. These is like his role models. He like look up to the C Murder, but they said he was just bent down to the ground trying to, keep himself, protect his head, protect his body. So after that, this guy Darnell, he said that he saw C Murder go up under or whatever. He had a gun. Then he went and he shot the boy. I guess went up under a couple of crowded people or whatever. But he shot this boy. Now that's all allegedly. The boy dies. The boy's mother and father actually sued in a civil suit and got like 1.4 million in damages. C Murder, his trial actually. I guess it was a reversal because the first trial, where there were like a few of the people who was going to testify against him, they had sealed their records, and they didn't make, just for the sole purpose of looking better during the trial, and they didn't make their records available during that time. So they found out. So that was like a kind of like an opening to get in. So they had, I don't know if they threw it out, but they basically retried him again. And they came up with another guilty plea again. But then there was this lady who was on the jury who said that she was basically pressured into saying he's guilty. Then the guy Darnell, who said that Silk the Shocker did it, murdered this young guy, and this guy named Kenneth, he also said that now Darnell right away had been said that C Murder had shot the boy. But he was scared, so he said he recanted a couple times just because he was just scared of, everything going on in the backlash. And then the guy Kenneth in 2003, I guess he came in, he had lost his son or something like that, so he said that he just wanted to do the right thing. He said C Murder did shoot this kid. C Murder said at first that he wasn't at that club, but then I guess later on he admitted that he was at the club. And even C Murder's attorney was saying C Murder was not at the club, but then he admitted either in a deposition or during court that he was at the club, but he said that he was talking to the DJ. Now the DJ clearly says that he never seen C Murder in the club, and C Murder never came up to the DJ booth to talk to him. So he didn't place C Murder anywhere at all. He just wanted to be out of it, but he did say C Murder never came up to the DJ booth to talk to him. So there was another girl named Denise. She said that this guy with the last name Taylor had killed the young boy, Steve Steve Thomas. But then she later admitted that she lied just because she was just scared. She didn't want any backlash behind her saying that C Murder did this. There were people around or that said, one person said that it was like it was like a professional said that it just, C Murder just looked like he just didn't really care and he just knew that he would get off. But it was a lot of discrepancy. But yeah, and from what we're showing or from what we're researching, it was all about, which I don't know if this is true, but it was just about basically because he was getting too much attention. There's articles out, everything, and information researched. You can like this some of the paperwork from the court cases online that you guys can see. And based off of what I saw, it just looks like, in my opinion, that he did murder the boy Steve Thomas. And I don't think that there were a couple of different things that kind of loopholes, like legal loopholes, that it wasn't protocol followed 100%. And even two judges had gotten to Saracens or something like that in Kozar, or Judge Kozar, but they were using this as some sort of publicity gimmick to try to run for judge or something like that. And it was just like a bunch of bull crap on that too. But yeah, so it's just been a lot of discrepancy about it. So then that's where Kim Kardashian comes in, which she's saying that she wants to be an attorney like her father. And Kim Kardashian does not have a degree, but in the state of California, you don't need a degree. You would just need to go up under like an apprenticeship and show due diligence, that you have done everything and have the required proper training. And then she can actually, anybody in California, for that matter, is able to go and, I don't know if they got to probably still go through the bar and stuff like that, association and testing, but she can definitely bypass a lot of the red tape that we have in other states, to where you have to have, well, what they say now, they're saying in some places a bachelor, in some places working towards a bachelor, or be enrolled in a bachelor's program. So anyhow, so I can understand her because she's actually out here kind of getting her feet wet and trying to like see what she can do, because I don't know if she want to be a criminal defense attorney, but I heard that she's actually taking the proper steps to actually become an attorney, which is awesome. I guess you don't want to be known as Kim Kardashian, the body girl or the slut or whatever. She wants to be known and be her higher self and go towards her higher calling. So even though she has millions, she wants to fulfill a self-gratification and really stay true to herself. And I think that's great. But Monica, on the other hand, what dog do you have in this fight if you already know that he committed this murder? You were around the whole time. You were disrespectful to his wife. I see that he was married. Allegedly, he was cheating with the man's wife. And it's just like you overstepping boundaries. Your parents overstepped boundaries because you was a minor, young. You had no business talking to a 20-something-year-old, but your parents gave you permission. And, that's their call if they want to do that. And I don't know if that's legal or if that's against the law or not, because I know that people can get married, minors can get married with their parents' consent. So I don't know if they can have relationships with their parents' consent or what. But I'm just like, Monica, as far as you've already done enough coming out with this whole, and then she tries to act like she's a role model to people. Maybe, she is, but she does seem like that she has kind of like a strange dark side to her, even though I do like Monica. But hearing this information, it kind of caused me to be a little disappointed, well, a lot disappointed in her. And then it's like she just still won't stop. And I can understand Kim Kardashian, because even though if she knows he's guilty, but Kim Kardashian is trying to be an attorney, so she's just trying to find the legal loopholes to see what she could do. She has already helped like over a dozen inmates, and then she had got somebody free. I don't know if it was Mary Johnson or somebody that she helped get their freedom as well. So she was just going to try her hand. And then I think on Tasha K show, when Tasha K was interviewing that girl, I don't know if they were trying to get a pardon or something with Trump, but Trump didn't pardon C Murder. But and Monica came in trying to put her face on it just to give it more publicity. But I don't think that Kim Kardashian is is actually winning based on being Kim Kardashian. I think that Kim Kardashian is really taking this seriously, trying to become an attorney. I think it's a passion of hers, and I think that she's really finding legal loopholes to make things happen for people. But in this situation, I don't know if Trump was going to pardon him, but Trump did not pardon him. And I know that C. Murder is constantly fighting this trial over and over again, trying to find a legal loophole, saying that he just wants to be a part of his family and all of this. But even the girl that was on Tasha K's channel yesterday, she even said that C. Murder was like on the road of destruction, and he just like would not leave the street life alone, and it was just getting worse and worse and worse, and he should have just left it alone. And there were some other people in Baton Rouge at another nightclub I had researched, and they said that they wouldn't let the owner and security or something wouldn't let him inside the club with his weapon, and so he tried to fire off on the owner of this other nightclub, and but they said the gun was jammed or something, and I guess he got in trouble for that. So it was just like, and then they said that he was shooting in the projects before that. He beat up somebody, then somebody beat him up the next time, and then he got mad. He started shooting at somebody. And it's just like, he was just kind of like menace to society at that point. I don't know if C. Murder was on drugs or whatever he was going through. I'm not saying that he's an extra bad person, but what he did, if he did commit that murder, and it looks like, 2 times he was found guilty despite retry, then, he should at some point have accountability, because if you don't have accountability, you might get out and just continue to do the same thing again. Or maybe he have learned this lesson because, like he said, I'm ripped from my family. I can't see my kids. I can't do what I do. And so now maybe he learned this lesson. Maybe he see that he's not invincible, C. Murder. But I just think that the beginning of everything is to literally apologize to the family and to make this right with them. Even if you don't come out and publicly apologize, I think that there has to be some sort of accountability to say, I fucked up. I was in a horrible place in my life. I definitely regret it. I feel like I'm rehabilitated because of X, Y, and Z. But just keep coming out blatantly say you didn't do something, knowing that more than likely you did, and you probably even remember doing this, then it just seems like you have no remorse. And like I said, I can understand why Kim Kardashian coming in trying to help C. Murder, but for Monica to come out and try to help C. Murder get out and say it's new evidence to show he's innocent, and there's no new evidence to show he's innocent. There's only legal loopholes. That's it. The facts are still the facts. The evidence is still the evidence and everything. So it's just like, to me, Monica has been exposed, because why are you trying to release people, violent people? So first he dated you and you was 15 years old. He was 26. He shouldn't have wanted nothing to do with you. And then after that, he goes and kills a 16-year-old little boy. All because you're in a club and he's popular, or this kid is rapping great, or he's getting popularity or publicity. It don't matter. I just don't feel like that was appropriate. But let me know what y'all think. Because this just crazy, man. It's just really crazy. And I don't know, I just don't really think that Monica got a dog in this fight. And I just really don't even think that she should even have tried to attach herself to Kim Kardashian and what Kim Kardashian was doing. Because Kim Kardashian is actually probably working under an apprentice, working with attorneys, and really doing real research and really trying to find legal loopholes. Whereas this girl right here, Monica, I don't know. It's just like she's a mess. She's a mess. And you shouldn't have asserted yourself. I think that Monica should just go about her business, enjoy her career. You have made it through all of this drama and craziness and allegedly sleeping with people's man or husband and this and that. Go about your business. Stop trying to attach yourself to something, and let him and his legal team worry about that. They're saying that she still goes and visits him. She still helps him out and puts money on his books because she says that she's his friend. And they're good friends, but at the end of the day, you just might have to step away from this, because now it's like people are getting ready to start dragging her name in the mud. And I don't know what else is going to come out about her. Like I said, I do like Monica, but I don't think it's right if you were sleeping with a married man, but you were definitely a minor at the time when you were dealing with him, when he had a girlfriend. So I blame your parents if your parents did allow this and if this is true. But I just say go and live your current life. Like, you just totally not evolving and growing because you just so stuck on this situation. So I think that she should definitely just, if she can, try to recover from this, because now people coming out speaking out against Monica. So I don't know what's to happen, but what y'all think? Let me know what y'all think. But Yeah, this is a big mess. And rest in peace to Steve Thomas. But the only thing I didn't like is when Monica and Kim Kardashian talking about, I don't care who I don't care. I mean, I feel sorry for Steve. I send my condolences out to Steve Thomas's family, but they need to go get the rightful killer. It's one thing to try to find a legal loophole, but to say that he literally didn't do it, come on. Like, what information and what evidence do you have? You said that the guy Darnell retracted his statement and said that he was pressured by the police, and then the police showed that before there was any pressure applied, he had already admitted right away that Cory Miller did this. And then the other guy, Keith, who tried to retract his statement later on, he said that he was pressured. They said you weren't pressured, and you even gave him up in the lineup. So it was talking about they said he stopped the tape then started it back or did something like that. They proved that none of these things happened, and so that's why all the evidence still stood. And so I don't know what evidence supposedly Monica has. I'm very interested to find out what evidence that you have that he's guilty. I mean, innocent. What I do show is that based off of everything that happened, in my opinion, it looks like based on the courts and all the evidence out there, it looks like that he did shoot this young man. And if he didn't, he beat this little boy senselessly. And if you have evidence showing that he did not do these things, we would like to see the evidence. Because like I said, the only thing that would be the right thing for C. Murder to do is to say that he has rehabilitated and he's totally remorseful. But other than that, I just don't really see... I see legal loopholes, put it that way. I don't see him being innocent and the courts coming in saying you're innocent, like he just literally got done wrong. But I think that there was some legal loopholes. And I think that maybe Monica's getting that confused because she's not really into law. So she's just using the wrong verbiage. But I think that maybe she says that he should be able to beat it because of the legal loopholes throughout the whole duration of the case. I do see legal loopholes, but I don't see him being innocent in the situation. C. Murder. I think that rightfully so, that he basically... I just think that they got the right person. I might be wrong, but I just feel like they do. And if they don't, then where's the evidence? The legal loopholes is one thing, but Monica said there's evidence to support that he didn't do it, and I just would like to see the evidence. Well, let me know what y'all think. And don't forget, hit the subscribe. Peace.